Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. All right, guys. Welcome. Last day of 2022. Thanks for coming in and joining me today. I will do my introductions in a second. I was actually hoping to surprise you guys and go live a bit earlier. All right, so a bit of distortion. Okay, let's turn it down. Let me know how that is now. All right, see how that goes. Yeah, so like I was saying, I wanted to get you guys going half an hour early this morning, get the 6 o'clock rush, which is like 4 departures. But as always, technology likes to cause a little bit of drama. So I hopefully will be able to work with what we've got. All right, we'll see how that goes, guys. Please bear with me while we give that a go. Anyway, all right. So yeah, my name's Matt. Welcome to the Gold Coast. It's a bit different than what Sydney has to offer. So for those who have never joined the Gold Coast stream before or has very little exposure to the Gold Coast, this is a regional airport. So it's not as busy as what you. It's not as busy as what you will see for Sydney or Brisbane, and yeah, so we won't have that many departures or arrivals, but we'll make up for that within the group and within the chat. Yeah, so let's go around the grounds and say a quick hello to everyone. Yeah, guys, look, I know the audio is going to be crap. I'm sorry, but you're going to just have to live with me for now, and then I will make changes as we go. All right, just let me make some changes with the audio and give me a minute and I will come back to you. Let me know how that is now, guys. Let me know if there's a improvement or not. Let me know how that is now, guys. All right, cool. Okay, cool. All right, so good news and bad news. Good news is that the audio is fixed. The bad news is that I won't have an external mic for anything else. So if the audio goes out for a little bit today, look, just deal with it. But yeah, so all right, cool. At least we've got that, and everyone is a lot happier, and we're not living in a tin can. All right, cool. So let's get to it. So first off, Hayden Appleyard, first class for 3 months now. Well, mate, welcome back to the first class. As always, thank you for your continued support. And I believe you might be going streaming soon as well, mate. So if you are, good luck with it all. And I'm sure we will keep an eye out for when you go live. And we've also got Jim Farce, who's been a member in Economy Promo for 5 months. Well, Jim, thank you also for your support. It's greatly appreciated, and obviously the ongoing support that we get from you guys is what keeps us going and ensures that we are allowed to. Well, when I say allowed, it allows us to continue to provide you guys with streams and improvements over time. So, Jim, thank you so much. All right, so we have a 787 Scoot from Singapore arriving today. Let's have a look at where it is. I believe it's going to be closer than I think. Yes, so she is just about 7 minutes north of the Gold Coast at the moment. Already flown over Brisbane, and we actually have our first arrival, which is the aircraft used by our. I'm getting attacked by bugs here this morning. So this is a skydive plane. Sorry, I should have. I think I'm gonna have to move my camera. I think I'm on top of like an ant's nest or something. Just bear with me for a second, guys. Oh, it's all happening here at Gold Coast Airport this morning. So we've just had a day's worth of rain yesterday. Well, it wasn't a lot, but it was raining and overcast the majority of yesterday. So it's, yes, it's, there's a lot of bugs at the moment and it's not ideal, but anyway, we'll make it work. Attacked by bugs already this morning. Technical bugs and also flying bugs. That seems a lot better. Yeah, I must have put my, sounds better?
Much better.
Awesome, excellent. I must have put myself on top of an ant's nest because they were not happy with me. So yeah, guys, so 31st of December, it's our last stream of the year, obviously, because I don't think Tim or Kurt are going to be going live today. If they are, they've not advised me. So yeah, it won't be too long. It's 6:30 in the morning here. It's an hour later in Sydney, so it's already 7:38, and yeah, it won't be long, and we'll be celebrating 2023. Really cool or interesting fact, and if you've been on this stream before, I apologise for bringing it up over and over again. But the Gold Coast Airport is actually split by 2 states. So we've got Queensland, and then you've got New South Wales. So down the end of the runway down here, that's actually in New South Wales, and then the terminal itself is in Queensland. But I believe that half of the new terminal, the new international terminal, New South Wales runs directly through it. So if you ever come to the Gold Coast International Terminal, on one side it says Queensland, and on the other side it says New South Wales. So that gives passengers an idea of the 2 states. Anyway, what I wanted to say was, if you wanted to celebrate New Year's Eve twice tonight, head over to New South Wales and watch the fireworks, and then an hour later you turn around and then you'll get the fireworks in Coolangatta. So it depends how much you want to celebrate. Ah, oh, Harvey, that's interesting. It's a shame I'm married. All right, so we'll have a look.
There's no water in the car.
We will have a look at where Scoot is. Unfortunately, it's not the Pokemon. It's not the Pokemon livery today, but that's okay. Now, another little interesting visit this morning or overnight is the brand new Jetstar A321 Neo. It actually overnighted here unplanned. I believe that it did not make curfew. So, long story, but I had family on that aircraft last night coming from Melbourne, which was delayed by 4 hours. And due to that, then the curfew here at Gold Coast Airport must have cost them a departure. So we may even see that leaving this morning unplanned. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that as well. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around and let's see if we can see Scoot this morning. She will be out to our north, so the camera at the moment is facing north, and she will. Oh, there she is, actually a lot closer than I thought. And this is a Scoot 787-9 from Singapore. So this is one of two heavy arrivals this morning. So we'll have this and then Jetstar 787, and they're our first arrivals. So that's not bad. And then we should have a few domestic arrivals, and then we'll have our departures, and then we will probably call it a year. But obviously I will keep you guys posted and updated as well on that. And then after this arrival, we might actually check the weather and see what we are expecting for the rest of this morning. Well, so hopefully the audio is not too bad, and see if you can have a listen at the differences between this 787 and the Jetstar. They've both got two different engines, so the Jetstar uses the GE, and then the Scoot uses the Rolls-Royce. Anyway, here we go. Scooter from Singapore. Runway's still a little bit wet by the looks of it. All right, and also today the Scoot and the Jetstar 787 will be arriving at the new international terminal. So we're yet to see that on our stream. They've only just recently started using that terminal for the international arrivals. So yeah, so we'll see them park at that gate. Now guys, I'm just going to put some sunscreen on, so if you hear some weird noises, ignore them. It's just me just doing that. the sun here is very unforgiving. So if you haven't been to Australia before, it's very easily to get burnt. And with my fair skin, it's guaranteed that I'm already burnt because I've been out in the sun for more than a minute. Life begins at 40. Truck. Happy New Year, Sid Squad. I enjoyed the streams. Thanks for everything. With a $10 super chat this morning. Life begins at 40, mate. Thank you so much. That will definitely go towards keeping the stream up and running. I can promise you and guarantee you that. And 2023 is going to be a massive year for us. We've got a lot of things planned in the background, and I'm really excited to see what we achieve. All right, we've got a Jetstar now departing. Let's have a look and see where this is going to. This is Jetstar 966 off to Cairns this morning, and this is VQA. VQA is 13 years old. I remember when VQA got delivered, actually. She was the last of the, well, obviously the last in the VQ range, but the VQ range actually used to be used by Impulse Airlines when they were operating here in Australia. So I could be wrong, but I believe that the code for Impulse was VQ, and Jetstar or Qantas purchased Impulse Airlines, and then then turned into Jetstar. But I think if you look, the VQ, whatever, VQA, VQB, whatever, or were previously 717s. Could be wrong, but some of them were. Also, we'll have to have a look over to the right of us somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be landing here. Oh no, he's turned away. He's got a bit shy. But we have the Westpac rescue helicopter from Lismore. I'm not sure if it's going to be coming here. Sometimes it lands here for John Flynn Airport, which is to the back of us at the moment, or it will be going to Southport Airport. Yeah, it looks like he's going to the Gold Coast. I won't be able to get him. I can hear him. And that's what our Jetstar is actually just waiting for clearance to depart. There we go. He's now out of that threshold. All right, this is Jetstar 966? I've forgotten already. 2 Cairns. He is. He's going to go. Yep, Southport. Yep. He's actually going to fly right over us. So this is the Westpac rescue helicopter from Lismore, and he's landing here. So that means what is happening is there will be a passenger being transported from Lismore or to Lismore from from John Flynn Hospital, which is behind us. Nice little surprise. It's very rare, well, not very rare, but it's not often you'll see that. It's been a long time since I saw the Westpac helicopter land here at Gold Coast Airport. And then we have a Cessna Caravan, 208 Caravan. This is owned by Sea Air, and this will now be off to Lady Elliot Island today. So Sea Air do live tours. They do tours to Lady Elliot, and then you then come back the next day, I believe. So, so we'll have some passengers on their way. I need that umbrella. I see it's a little bit laggy, guys. I'm just putting an umbrella over the equipment because it's starting to get a bit warm. So just give it a minute and it should fix itself again. All right, now we have another arrival behind us, which is Jetstar 132 from Auckland. So this is our next international arrival this morning. This is an A320. And guys, I will get back to you in the chat very soon. I apologise. I'm not ignoring anyone, but I'm sure. I'm sure we all want to see the planes. Just as a pretty unique, try it again. Gold Coast is a pretty unique spot where we can see a bit more of the landings from behind, and you can kind of judge the pilots on their landing. Not that we will today, because any landing is a good landing, right?
Wait, they go down. Nice little short takeoff.
All right, let's get back to the chat. And I know a few of you guys have got a few anniversaries there and all of that, so let's go back to it. All right, so what do we got here? So, Ian Hodges. What's going on? Why is that fallen? Sorry about that, Ian. All right, Ian Hodges. First class 4 months, resub incoming. I know that spot. I was there in July. Hey, look, it's a great spot, isn't it? We'll pan around a bit later on. I'll show it off. It's open for anyone to come and spot at. It's a beautiful place. But Ian, as always, thank you for your support. It's immensely appreciated. Which one we got? Sorry. Gary Suha, 1 year with SydSquad. 1 year already, Gary. Wow. It goes quick, doesn't it? 1 year with SydSquad, or year one with SydSquad, I should say, and many more to come. Well, Gary, thank you for your support, and as always, thank you for your support of the in the admin chat there, or with the admins as well. You know, without you guys, we wouldn't be able to make this run as smoothly as it does. So, Gary, and to all the other admins, thank you so much. But before we know it, Gary, you'll be saying it's been 24 months. And we've got EDC, Metal Man and Planes. Hey, Sid Squad, love watching. Happy New Year's, mate. I've hit the like button. Thanks for all the live streams this year. You're the best, and any Air New Zealand inbound. Yeah, I think we've got one a bit later on. I'm not sure if we'll be live, but if we are, it will be an A321neo this morning. So thank you for your business class for 3 months as well, mate. We'll really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. The likes definitely help us out. That's the most easiest way you can help support us, as well as pressing the subscribe button if you haven't. Alrighty. All right, we've got our 787. We'll quickly go through this one. Mr. Ward, Happy New Year. Since you're the first, you're at it first, make sure it's good for the rest of us. Well, mate, I hope it's good as well. I'm excited to see what 2023 brings, and I'm sure it will be amazing. But Mr. Ward, thank you so much for your support to us this year as well. You know, we appreciate what you've done and everything you've done for us as well. So, Brad, if you're still there, Happy New Year to you, mate, and I'm sure we will be chatting very soon. All right, a sip of my drink, and let's get this 787 arriving from Narita, Tokyo. So this is, yeah, a 787-8, whereas the Scoot was a -9. The bugs here are crazy. After this, I'll see if we can zoom in on this bug dilemma.
Have you got any floor spray? Have you got any
I have to have a shower after this. I've got dead bugs in my hair, in my ears, in my nose. It's been all Jetsstars this morning apart from Scoot. sure we'll see a Virgin Qantas soon.
How do you make that scroll up?
All right, why that Jetstar taxis? Where were we? Andy Taylor. Oh, hold on. Try that again. Andy Taylor, welcome to Economy Promo, mate. Thank you for joining. I hope you are being looked after in the Economy Promo this morning by all our admins, and welcome to what potentially could be your first stream, and if not, welcome to your first stream as a Economy Promo member. It's as always highly appreciated for the support of all our members. So I'm not sure what bay this Jetstar is going to go to, because I'm not sure if that other Jetstar A320 that arrived from New Zealand is taking up one of the aero bridges or not. But Andy, thank you once again for your support to our stream. Oh, Mark Totten. Well, yes. Matt, you're not having the best start with standing on ants and being attacked by flying ants. Look, let's see if we can get to them. I'm going to just zoom out for a second. Hold on, it's not that one. Not sure if we're going to be able to... Yes, there we go. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is what I'm dealing with this morning. Yes, so look, that's what I'm dealing with. So if I, for any reason, hear me slap or something like that, it's because I've got a lot of bugs around me. But hey, look, it's not going to stop me from streaming. I'm here for you guys. It's our last day, last stream of the year, so why not? We've had it all this year with weather. We've had it all this year with technical issues here and there, and a few other little things, but these little bugs aren't going to stop us.
Some of these people are funny.
Anyway, so yeah, all those bugs have just come from the weather today or yesterday. Speaking of weather, what we might do is quickly go across to our weather page and check out what we can expect for the rest of the stream. All right, hopefully you can still hear me. All right, so currently we're in runway 14 operations. So we've got runway 14 and runway 32, but we're currently operating in runway 14. We can see that there's a little bit of rain, scattered rain over the Hinds Dam, Miami, Southport area, but nothing here at the moment, which is good news. The wind's currently at 5 knots, and you can see to the right of that we're expecting it to probably stay steady, and it's going to pick up a little bit later on, which isn't too bad. And yeah, it feels like 23 degrees, but the biggest thing, let's see if it's on there, is the humidity at 90% this morning. So yeah, it's only 23 degrees, which is nice, but 90% humidity is not ideal. So yeah, so that's the other thing. And then on the right hand side, you can see the Jetstar has landed, and it is currently, I can't see what bay it is, but yeah, it's parked over. Can't see what bay it is there. And shout out to Aussie Lance at Aussie, sorry, try that again. Lance at Aussie ADSB for letting us use his map this morning. All right, can you hear me? No, you can't. Well, that's great. I will have to say that again. My mic dropped off. Let's try that again. Speedbird 747, great question. So what I was saying was the Qantas 747 400 back in 2016 was the biggest aircraft we've had. We've actually had two Boeing 747s here. One was an SP many years ago. We've also had the Boeing 777-300ER from Emirates from V Australia, all here for diversions. And yeah, but I believe the 747 will probably be the biggest aircraft we'll ever see. I doubt we'll ever see an A380 here, and if we do, I'll be very surprised and concerned. But yeah, great question, Speedbird 747. If you've got any more, guys, send them through, and I will answer them. All right. All right, I'm going to have a snack. I don't know how, for those overseas viewers, if you've seen one of these before. Hold on, let's zoom out. It's a hot cross bun. They're meant to come out in Easter, but we've already got them, and I need to have some breakfast. So hot cross buns, they are wonderful. With a bit of butter, you can't go wrong. Maybe we need some pilots to do a bit of butter landings and I can get some and put it on this hot cross bun this morning.
Matthew recorded it, I don't know. How many runs did you bring? Only one. Is that really cool enough?
There's a good chance I ate some bugs while having that hot cross bun, but anyway, bit of extra protein can't hurt, right? Bruce Brian, hold on, what's going on? Bruce, let's get that right. Good morning, Matt. Thanks for hosting the stream. All the best to you and the missus in 2023. Brian, thank you so much, mate. 2023 is going to be an exciting year for us. We're very excited to see the new year. Got married this year, so yeah, see what 2023 brings. But either way, I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for everything that is going to happen for everyone in 2023. All right, we'll check. Oh, we've got another departure, little one. Have to check what that is. Morning, mate.
There you go.
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Oh, there was a question in there. Sorry, guys. I saw it before about the A321 Neo OFP, was it? Is that the latest one?
Yeah.
Where's my data? So yeah, OFP, sorry, just A321 Neo is still here. It was meant to depart last night, but I believe it didn't make curfew. I'll explain that in a bit further in a second. All right, so this is Oscar India Hotel. It is carrying our usual suspects who like to jump out of aircraft. It's not my cup of tea, but these thrill seekers are on their way to jump out of a plane. Owned and operated by Gold Coast Skydive. We'll have to keep an eye out for that Westpac helicopter departing as well. Oops. No. Look, guys, if you're saying hello in the chat, hello to all of you. Sorry, there's a lot of people in there, and I don't want to. I'm trying not to ignore you guys. There's just a lot in there, and but yes, hello to everyone, and thank you for your well wishes. So there we've got the Westpac helicopter over there, which landed from Lismore just before. We've got our BAE freighter, Star Trek freighter, and there is that Jetstar we were talking about, A321. So it was supposed to leave last night, and it was delayed by 4 hours. I actually had family on that incoming aircraft last night, and the story that I was told was not ideal. I won't share it, but it wasn't ideal with just the delays and the reasons for the delay. And obviously that aircraft did not make curfew last night, or the crew ran out of hours. So I feel for all those passengers that did not make it home last night or on their way, but hopefully we'll see that departing at some stage this morning with a plane load full of people. Now, there was a question in there by Joseph. We'll bring that one up. Hey guys, oh hey Joseph. Just wondering if most of Jetstar domestic flights in Australia are run with the A320 and A321s. Yes, so short answer is yes. Majority of them are A320 and A321s. You might occasionally find a domestic flight which is operated by a 787. Jetstar occasionally, for example, do a departure from Sydney to Gold Coast and then onwards to Japan or to Tokyo, but that is classified as an international flight, so you need to go through the international terminal for departure. You need to go through all the international security protocols. Apart from, you don't need a passport, you don't need things like that, but yes, so majority of them are operated by the A320s and A321s, but if you check, there is times that you will be able to get on a 787 on an international connecting flight. All right, so let's have a look at what our next arrival and departures are. So our next arrival is Jetstar 402 from Sydney. That is going to be in approximately 20 minutes time. We then have our first Virgin landing in half an hour, which is, wow, 20 minutes early from Melbourne. And then our next departure is apparently in 5 minutes time, which will be Jetstar 433 to Melbourne, and that is operated by VQR. And then we then have a departure to Melbourne with Virgin in half an hour as well. And that's going to be operated by IWQ, which is an ex-Silk Airways 737. Least favourite airline? Well, I'm not going to say it, but you might see it on screen at the moment. Not that one. I'll give you a clue. It's over there somewhere in that pile of aircraft. Question there from Scott Peacock. Hello, Scott. Right, I'm not going to answer it, but no, it's not. Where are we? Sorry, where was the question? Are there any British flights? No, there's not. We don't get any British flights here at Gold Coast Airport. The only internationals we get at the moment are New Zealand, Singapore, Japan with Jetstar, and then also we have AirAsia starting in February. They're finally returning after nearly 3 years out of the game here at Gold Coast Airport. So yeah, so they're our international, and hopefully we see some more come eventually. So I might give you guys a bit of a round the grounds while we wait, and I appreciate everyone being patient. And like I said, Gold Coast Airport is not the busiest airport, but it's a pretty busy airport for a regional airport. So as I previously mentioned, if you have only just joined us, half of that terminal in the international terminal is now in New South Wales. So half of the people that are sitting waiting for their departure is probably sitting an hour ahead of everyone else. So they're probably wondering why their aircraft is running late. They're not really, but that's just me being joking around. So yeah, so we've got the New South Wales and Queensland border, and that is yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's not many airports that I believe operate, or regional airports or big airports like this that cross a border. And like I was saying earlier, later on tonight, if you want to celebrate New Year's Eve twice, you can go to New South Wales and then walk across the road, and then an hour later you can watch the departure again. So yeah, so that's that. So where I am, I'm actually in a very big open space. There's excuse me, there's the skate park to the left of us. I'll just show that. So we've got the skate park there. If anyone doesn't follow me on Instagram, Matt Coffrin _aviation, or is it M Coffrin Aviation? I think it's Matt Coffrin _aviation. There is a shot of from the skate park the other day. So you've got all of this open field to enjoy. And then over here we have the desalination plant, which was built during the drought and we've never used it. But yeah, so we've got some spotting locations over there. But this is probably the best spot for morning and afternoon arrivals. You can just choose a spot and walk around. And then behind me is the football field. Over here we've got our GA hangars. So Sea Air, you would have seen the Sea Air take off earlier. That is their hangar there. Then you've got all your training schools, Platinum Aviation, and then we've got the freight terminals. We'll have to keep an eye out for that Westpac departure as well. Now, I saw an interesting question in there. The Hobart Aviation fan, it's just occurred to me that no direct flights between Gold Coast and Perth. Actually, there are. So the first, who's that with? Jetstar? Jetstar. So Jetstar do Perth to Gold Coast, and starting when again?
7th of February.
7th of Feb, there you go. So yeah, so they'll be doing direct flights from Gold Coast to Perth again. They did do that, and they obviously have cancelled it.
Yeah, for some reason.
Don't know why, but they were doing it before, after COVID. Yeah, lockdown, yeah, okay. So for some operational reason, Jetstar has stopped it, but they're now bringing it back. And that will be on probably, I'm assuming, the A320, or you never know, they might eventually do the A321. But probably just the A320 if it can do it, why not use that? But great question there, Hobart Aviation fan. Thank you for that. What day is the 2nd of January?
Monday.
Question in there by Ook, maybe. When do you go to Sydney next? So I won't be, I don't know when I'm going to Sydney next, but we will be having a live stream early January. Keep an eye out. Make sure you subscribe and hit that alarm bell, because I believe you may be in some luck. Not sure, but I believe that Kurt or Tim were discussing the idea of potentially going live on Monday, the 2nd of January. No guarantees. Obviously, we all work. We all have full-time jobs, so sometimes our work interferes and plays with our plans. And but yeah, look, fingers crossed, you might see us go live from the 2nd of January. But like I said, just hit the notification bell and subscribe if you haven't, and you'll get a notification to let you know when we are going live next. You're off? Thanks, mate. Thanks for coming and say hello.
No worries.
Enjoying. Happy New Year.
I'll email you. I've got some stories to tell.
Yeah, sure.
I know you're busy tonight.
No, all good. Have you got me on Instagram? Have you got Instagram or?
I heard you before.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Just _Aviation, something like that. Shoot me a message. Thanks, mate. Thanks again. Thanks for the super chat.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next stream.
Yeah, don't forget the bug spray.
No, I won't. Next time I won't. But they're all going away, thankfully. Thank you, mate. Have a good one.
You too. All the best.
Cheers. I didn't. No, I don't think I'll be able to get it. So, oh crap! We've got the parachute is about to drop, so we'll have to keep an eye out for those guys.
Just gone above the cloud.
Just gone above the cloud or into the cloud. But yeah, so they'll drop. We'll keep an eye out for them over here. I'm sure we'll see them, and yeah, so they'll pretty much drop over Kira, and then land at Kira Beach, and then yeah, the plane will probably land before they do, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for those parachuters. Get amazing views of the whole Gold Coast and northern New South Wales beach. Just watch that. All right, so we may, excuse me, I think I just had a bug. Jetstar, let's have a look. Jetstar A321 Neo, another one will be arriving this morning apparently.
Been changed to a regular 321.
Oh, is it just a regular now?
I think it was supposed to be OOL.
Yeah, right.
But that's already here, so.
Yes. All right, we've got a Jetstar departing, and that's the one that was going to, where was it going to? It was going to Melbourne. Also, yeah, actually, I just saw a comment. I don't know if I can get to it. Actually, I can. Depending how rich you guys are feeling, I don't know if you can see, but there's a fence line just there. Hold on, sorry, I'll stop this from moving. So yeah, there's a fence line right there, just before those hangars. If you're interested and you've got some money, that house is currently for sale. So if you want to move to the Gold Coast and you want to see the planes from your backyard every day, and yeah, it is for sale. Not sure how much for sale, but I can tell you that a house across the road, which was pretty much just a beach shack, I believe, sold close to $1 million a few months ago. So yeah, look, check it out. But if you've got a handy $1 million sitting around, or 1.5 million, and you're not sure where to spend it, then here's your opportunity to have an amazing piece of real estate, and then we'll come stream from your place. How does that sound? $700,000 to $800,000 for it. The reason why it's so expensive, it's not because it's so close to the airport, but literally it's a 5-minute walk to the to the beach. So, excuse me, geez, that bug. I'll pan the camera across. I can't really show you guys, but I'll pan the camera in a minute. I'll show you a building that is actually backed onto the beach. So yes, that's the reason why it's so expensive here on the coast. Well, someone will have to do the conversion for you for what it is in UK pounds, but it is a lot of money. Oh, we've got some dogs here. Hello, dogs. Oh, there's those parachuters. Don't know if we'll get them in time. There's this one. And here comes Oscar India Hotel. These guys are so wild. The banking that they do on that aircraft is just so impressive. All right, finally a little bit more movement. Again, thank you for everyone for your patience and keeping busy in the chat. This is a lot calmer stream to our normal Sydney streams, but yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. So this is Jetstar off to Melbourne, and I think it was VQR. Yes, it is. Still a bit wet down there, which I'm a bit surprised about considering the sun has been out.
We got a Fokker 100 in yesterday.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. It was UQN.
Do you know what it was here for?
It was taking the Sydney Thunder down to Hawkesbury.
Oh, right.
And it's going down to Hobart tonight, taking the Hobart Hurricanes back down.
Will it be in here today, do you know?
No.
No, okay.
Came in between rain squalls. Which was lucky. I think it was the second Fokker this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember we used to get the F100s. We used to get the Alliance F100s every week during COVID because no airlines were flying.
Yeah. There was one day, I think it was last year, where we got Link Saab,
Oh, that's right.
and I was up in Brisbane.
All right, so our next arrival, which will be very soon, is Jetstar 402 YXT, which is that an ex-Japan? Yep, ex-Japan Jetstar Japan aircraft, and that is arriving in 8 minutes.
Somebody done had a $10.
Where are we?
Really?
I was just trying to find, there is a super chat there, I'm trying to find it. Ah, just disappeared. Hayden's back. Hayden Appleyard with the $10 super chat. Thanks, Hayden. Appreciate it, mate. My highlights of 2022 was joining Sid Squad, Kurt and Tim's live streams from ATC Tower in Sydney, becoming a YouTuber, becoming flight movements coordinator on Sid Squad. Well, Hayden, mate, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. And thank you for your ongoing support of us and helping us where you can. Yeah, getting access to ATC is or the air traffic control in Sydney is a pretty cool opportunity for Tim and Kurt. Shout out to Air Service Australia for giving us that opportunity. And look, hopefully 2023 will allow us to continue going up to the tower here and there. We are just eating bugs, apologies. We are super appreciative of what Air Service Australia have done for us in the last month and a bit. And yeah, obviously we hope to be up there and yeah, it's a privilege and an honour to be able to stream live on behalf of Air Service Australia up there. And yeah, guys, if you are interested in a career within Air Service Australia, whether that be air traffic controller or firefighting or other roles, check out the Air Services website, and they have many opportunities every year. So check that out. But Hayden, mate, it's good to have you here. Thank you so much again for your support, and excited to see what 2023 brings for Sid Squad and all of you guys here as well. All right, there was another question there. I've got to find it. It was something about... See if I can find it. I may have missed it.
I'm not sure.
There was a question, I can't find it now, but it was something about the 777 over the A350. Yeah, it was, oh, here it is. Hey Matt, Tim talked pre-Christmas about why he preferred the Boeing 777 over the likes of the A350 based on the GE engine, and particularly the sound and startup. Do you agree? Yeah, look, the GE90 is an amazing sounding engine. It is, yeah, it's great. It spools amazing. It sounds good when it starts up. And it's just a solid plane. I've actually flown on the A350 with Qatar. Great aircraft, can't complain, but there's just something special about a 777. 100% would have to be one of my most favourite aircraft. Funny enough, my favourite aircraft is actually a Boeing 737. I think they're the workhorse of the aviation world. You know, they take off every hour. They land within an hour, and then they're off again within, you know, half an hour. And it just, you know, that's a lot of work having to be done on, you know, on the aircraft and the airframe itself. So yeah, 737 would have to be my favourite plane, but the 777 you can't go wrong. Interestingly though, I flew on a Wizz Air A321neo earlier this year, and they use the Pratt engine, and I would say that starting up is very close to a GE90. It sounded amazing. So yeah, it's if you ever get to go on a A321neo with the Pratt engines, definitely have a listen out, because I reckon the startups are very, very similar. I think they're Pratts. I could be wrong. And then there was another comment or question from Wayne. Here's the question from Wayne. So what's the largest aircraft this airport receives? Wayne, thanks for your contribution and for your question, mate. So the biggest aircraft we receive here in Gold Coast Airport at the moment is that Scoot 787 you can see on screen at the moment. The 787-9 is the biggest. We are getting the AirAsia A330-300 back in, which I believe is... I think slightly longer. I think it's slightly bigger, and if it's slightly, it's not by much. If someone wants to, in the chat, find out the length of the 787-9 and the length of the A330-300, tell us in the chat, and we'll see who's right. I think it's just a little bit longer, but look, I've been wrong before. I may be wrong again, but I'll never admit that to my wife. All right, here comes our Jetstar. We haven't even seen a Virgin take off today. We haven't even seen a Virgin land. This has been Jetstar taking over this morning, but we'll see a Virgin very soon. Is this a Virgin or is it a Jetstar? Jetstar. Oh, that's right. Well, the bugs are gone, which is good. We've got a few little ones left, but nothing like what we experienced before. If you've only just joined us, we pretty much had an attack of bugs before. You can go back on the stream and see that, but yeah, no, that was not fun. They're still here, but not as bad. I can actually survive and not eat them. All right, so this is YXT from Sydney, and this is, yeah, the X used to be a Jetstar Japan registered aircraft. All right, did we find the length distance between the A330-300 and the 787-9 yet? 1 metre.
Yep.
So which one's longer?
787 is 63 metres and 330 is 64.
There you go. So A330 is longer. So Wayne, back to your question, the A330-300 when it comes back in February will be the biggest aircraft we have here at Gold Coast Airport operating on a regular basis. But at the moment it is that Scoot 787 that we can see on screen.
We have had 777-300 ERs to Virgin.
Yeah, we had Emirates and Virgin Australia.
They're around 73 metres, I think.
73 metres. And then obviously we've had the 747-400 here.
Yeah, and that's...
Yeah.
I've heard that we may be getting 777s sometime next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which airline?
Jin Air, apparently.
Oh, interesting.
I heard that it may be Jin Air from the guy in Sydney.
Yeah, right.
Down there. After my phone battery just as I was ordering an Uber from the beach.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Can you get Ubers from the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. What airline?
Well, not airline.
Oh, your Uber got cancelled.
Yeah, the Rex flight went
Do we have Rex coming in this morning?
from Melbourne. 56658. And that day we were sitting on the ground. We actually could feel the aircraft rocking back and forth.
Because of the wind?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so yeah, our next arrival is Virgin 729er from Melbourne. So we'll get that, and then we'll see what else is coming in. While we wait for that Virgin, let's just check the weather because it looks like it might rain in a minute. So we'll have a quick look at the weather here at Gold Coast Airport. All right, so as we attained earlier, we are currently operating on runway 14 this morning. That is due to a southerly wind causing our 14 arrivals and departures. If we had a northerly or an easterly, we'd be looking at a 3-2 departure. But as you can see underneath that graphic of the 14, we won't be getting any northerlies today as we are continuing on with our southerly. Thankfully, the wind isn't as strong as what was predicted, but we'll see how that goes. You can see it's currently 7 knots with 9 knots of gust of wind, and with a trend of it increasing. Currently, the humidity has gone down 5% since we last looked. Previously, it was at 90%, but it's now at 85%. And we are currently at 22.3 degrees, but it feels like 23.4 degrees. And yeah, there's a little bit of rain there on the radar to the bottom of, or to the west of Coolangatta. We shouldn't see that because where you see Coolangatta is practically where we are. Yeah, so, and you can see Brisbane Airport at the top there. So it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good at the moment. We'll see how that continues on.
speaking up here. That's better. Oh, good. Down here. Who's not here? Can you put the chat on this side?
I can't believe we haven't seen a Virgin land yet. I can't believe we haven't even seen a Virgin depart yet. It's just crazy how saturated we've been by Jetsstars this morning. And that Westpac helicopter haven't taken off either.
No. We went down to see the Neo and there was an ambulance driving away from the...
Oh yeah. So they must have picked someone up and took them to here to John Flynn.
Maybe. Well, it was a New South Wales ambulance.
Oh right, okay, interesting.
Hang right around, huh?
Let's see, let's have a look and see if I can see when, if that Jetstar A320 Neo is due to depart this morning. What is it, OFP?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Nothing planned yet. I find that very surprising, to be honest with you. I thought we would have seen that depart. All right, looks like we've got a Virgin pushing back as well. Yes, good to see.
It had its doors open.
It did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because as I said on the stream before, the incoming flight was delayed by 4 hours. So, well, 2 hours. It was delayed by two and a half or something like that.
It was supposed to fly in the day before as well, but it
Got cancelled.
had to go back to the gate.
Yeah. I'll
Passengers were transferred to the 321.
yeah, right. There you go. I'll All right, we have our 737 on final turning. This is from Melbourne, and this is a ex-Silk Airways 737. Virgin recently bought these. It's crazy, you know, like during the pandemic, Virgin got rid of aircraft because they couldn't do it, and now they've bought aircraft and they're expecting the 737 Maxes in sometime next year, which is crazy. Don't ask me when. Someone in the chat may know. But yeah, the 737 Max will be coming. February, there we go. Hayden has said February.
So when you going to go down here?
Yeah, they're Gold Coast.
Yeah, wait a minute. There's a kid just graduated.
It is warm. It is cooking warm. I'll put my collar up because this fair skin.
I've also heard Virgin may use their Maxes on Gold Coast Denpasar as well.
Correct. I can confirm.
That's good. But I don't know why they choose the max Cairns to Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's a bit long for a 73. It tends to be delayed, yeah.
A little bit of wind. This might be a hard landing. YIJ, was it? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the vortice is going through the air. It's like, it's crazy. I wish, I don't know if you could pick that up on the stream. You'd probably have to be listening pretty closely, but it is a wild sound.
Why is that delayed to your camera?
Mark Razor with a 1 month in economy promo. It'll be 10 months before you know it, Mark. Mate, thank you so much for your support and for the Sid Squad. I hope they're looking after you today. They're in economy promo. And guys, if you are wondering what the economy promo is, it is our Flyers Club, freaking Flyers Club membership. And yeah, you can join for as little as $1.49 or is it $1.99? No, geez, I've forgotten. But yeah, it was less than a cup of coffee these days. And that membership will continue the support of Sid Squad and allow us to continue streaming for you guys. Obviously, you know, we don't expect anything from anyone, but you know, what we do is not a cheap exercise. There are always ongoing costs. So the smallest amount of, you know, super chats and memberships always go back towards the stream, allowing us to support you guys. So yeah, every time it is greatly appreciated. And like I said, we don't expect anything, but you know, if you feel like you want to help us in any way, that is the best way. But if not, if you'd like, you can always hit the like and subscribe button, and that is the cheapest, most affordable way for anyone. Because it's free, and that will always support us and keep the algorithm liking us as well. So thank you to Mark for your ongoing support there, mate.
This one's IWQ.
IWQ. So we've got another ex-Silk Airways 737. How many did they get? They got 4? 7, okay.
And they're all, the interesting thing about them all is that they're the most powerful 737s in Australia.
Oh, really?
They have slightly different engines because they're operating in really humid climates.
Well, there you go. There's an interesting fact. So they're the most powerful 737 engines in Australia.
Yes.
On these aircraft due to the humidity over in Asia, because they obviously were operating in Singapore. So there you go. There's a very interesting fun fact for you guys today, provided to us from Hayden. So yeah, that's cool. Good to know. You learn something new every day here on the Sid Squad streams. Oh, because we've got the Bonzers. Yeah, no. That's when they start flying. So we've got the most powerful engines flying at the moment. All right, we'll go with that. skip that departure and get to this one now. All right, this is just 131 off to Auckland this morning. And that is operated by VGR. I think we saw her land. And Morris Tang's photo is the one on Flight Radar. So you can see that bird in the background is just the desalination plant of his photo if you're keeping tabs on Flight Radar. Try that again. What's going on? Turn that off. Having a moment here with my thing. Just give me a second. There we go. All right, Chris, 7 years. Happy New Year, mate. Thank you so much. You had that come up about 1,000 times. But, mate, thank you so much. Seven months, eh? 7 months with the Sid Squad. Hopefully you're having a great day over there in business class. And, yeah, look, always thank you for your continued support here at Sid Squad. Now, I saw our little mate. Where is he? Nigel, hello mate. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you, mate. And happy New Year for you tomorrow. I hope you're not working tonight, but if you are, I'm sure we'll be chatting. So we've got the fire. Fire is going out for a drive. Not sure why, but we'll soon find out. And Leanne, New Zealand, happy 2023 to everyone. Great stream, Matt. Well, Leanne, thank you so much for being here this morning, and thank you for your ongoing support in premium economy for the last 8 months. I hope you're enjoying it, and thank you for sticking around. Like I said, the Sid Squad, Sydney stream is a lot more adventure, a lot more happening. I shouldn't say adventurous, but a lot more happening than the Gold Coast stream. I'll get my wording right. And yeah, thank everyone for sticking around and hope you're enjoying it. It's a bit quieter, but it allows you to chat in the chat more and keep up with everyone. Mark Razor with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Mark. Always enjoys the show. 2 p.m. here in Washington State, but good morning to you. Well, good morning to you, Mark, and good evening, or good afternoon, I should say, to Washington State. Washington State, beautiful. I was planning on going there in 2020. No, that's incorrect. Yes, no, I was. I was planning on going there in 2020, but obviously COVID stopped those plans, but that's all right. We'll get an opportunity sooner than later. All right, the wind is coming up. Hello, Mr. Lawrence. Hope you're doing well, mate. Send some love Sydney way, mate. Always, always. Wow, the wind has definitely picked up. It's blowing my umbrella around everywhere. All right, we've got Oscar India Hotel off for another drop of crazy, adventurous people. Adventurous adrenaline junkies. So yeah, they'll be going up, departing on 1-4. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's just a test? The fireys are spraying their water cannons this morning, unless there's going to be a water cannon salute somewhere that we're unaware of. We've got someone in a Ford Falcon or some sort of vehicle doing burnouts. All right, so Oscar India Hotel departing on runway 14 to drop off some more skydivers, and that is our third or fourth drop for today. So they're absolutely getting them out there today, and hopefully the weather clears up and people get some good views.
They used to only, I think, do 3 drops a day, but now it seems like it's
Every half hour, yeah, or every. Oh, especially over these Christmas holidays.
The museum is in the process of acquiring a DC-6.
Really?
Yeah.
Queens.
I forget who it operated before, but it was an Australian one.
A DC-6 for Queensland.
Queensland Air Museum, yeah.
Queensland Air Museum, there you go.
In Johannesburg.
That was coming from Joburg.
Yeah, it's been donated to the museum. They just need money to get it.
Yeah, right. It's also interesting to see when we get that Boeing 707 back from Travolta. TriStar Darren, g'day Matt, loving the stream. Gold Coast looking gorgeous and warm too. Wishing everyone a very happy new year. TriStar Darren, mate, thank you for your business class love for the past 6 months. Yes, it is warm. It is humid warm. It's humid warm, but the wind has a little bit of a chill to it, so it's keeping things a bit cool. But yeah, it is a warm day. Mate, good to see you here. I saw you on I think the other Brisbane stream the other day, so it's good to see you getting around and supporting the other streamers. And yeah, thank you for being here as well. Where are they?
Just down there.
Just keep a tab on those guys. I'm sure everything's fine, but you just never know. We might be seeing a water cannon salute, or are they backing back in now? Keep, yeah, probably just testing their equipment. And we've got Gold Coast member for 4 months, business class. Happy New Year, everyone. Great stream as always. Looking forward to an even better 2023. Well, mate, if you are here on the Gold Coast and you can, come down, say hello, come join the stream. Feel free to come and join us. Anyone and everyone is welcome here. So yes, Kempy, hello, mate. Good to see you. It's been a while. Now, I saw a question in there by Paul Garrett. Hello, Paul. Will we see you today, mate? Mate, where are we? Hey, Matt, will Bonza Airline ever come into the Gold Coast? Never say never, Paul. You just never know. It would be nice. It'd be good to see them come in, but you just...
I've asked them and they haven't confirmed or denied.
There you go. So Hayden has asked them. They haven't confirmed or denied. I guess, yeah, it just comes down to operation and what they want to do. And but I guess let's see Bonza take off and do their first flight first, and then we'll talk, because they were meant to start flying in September.
They're originally supposed to start flying in the middle of the year.
Middle of the year, September. Then it got pushed back by CASA. It's the last day of the year, so yeah. So their plans of flying operationally in 2022 will not occur, which is a real shame. But look, fingers crossed, they will soon. Now I'm going to have my second hot cross bun, guys. So please bear with me while we wait. I am starving. I didn't have breakfast this morning, so this is my breakfast.
December.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Boxing Day, shopping on Boxing Day, and went into Coles and saw that they had them all there on a table there.
And Woolworths have the caramel ones. So if you're a fan of caramel, there's caramel hot cross buns.
UBI and UJZ, they were flown from the Boeing field to Brisbane.
It will be interesting.
Buns that haven't been taken up as well.
It'll be interesting to see. Now, there's a comment there. It's by Scott B. It's not working, Scott, but whatever, I'll just tell you. So who is behind Bonza Airlines? I believe it's a company called 777.
777 Partners.
777 Partners. So they, we've got another aircraft coming in. 777 Partners, so yeah, they are an investment company. They operate and run Flair Airlines in Canada, that's right. So, you know, they've got a bit of experience with airlines, but
Bonza's CEO has a lot of experience with other airlines. I think he worked with Virgin Blue.
oh, did he?
Yeah, he also worked with Fly Ariston from Kazakhstan.
Okay.
And a lot of their executives have
Experience with airlines.
The COO has experience with Jetstar.
Oh, I knew that. All right, so we've got a Jetstar A321. A321?
Yeah.
This is the one from Melbourne.
The last one carpet that they got delivered.
VWN.
The repaint as well.
Jetstar 430 from Melbourne. So this was meant to be the A321neo that is currently sitting on the apron here at Gold Coast Airport, but it never made it home last night. So here is VWN.
Boy, was he late.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think chocolates make anything look good.
I agree. You're heading off? Enjoy, mate. Have a good New Year.
You too.
I will see you soon. Thanks for coming by, mate.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Say all good. All right, guys, so I have just received a message from the boss. That being Tim, not Kurt. So if you're wondering, the boss is planning on going live tomorrow, weather depending. So keep an eye out. All right, this is a big moment, guys. This is a big moment for me. This has never happened to me on a live stream before, so this is pretty cool. Kitty B, Kitty B, gifted 5 Sid Squad memberships just now. So, Sweet Tea, Michael Gorelick, Jason Sunny 23K, and George A350. Guys, if you are watching and if you are here in the chat, make sure you thank Kitty, because Kitty B, not Kitty K, Kitty B has just gifted you a Sid Squad membership. How cool is that? So, Kitty, that is an amazing and selfless. Here we go. This is cool. A selfless thing to do. So, Kitty, thank you so much. Everyone appreciates when people aren't just here to support themselves, but to support others. So, thank you so much. Now, this is something you don't see every day. I believe you will find this is a yak. So this is actually a what's the word? A joy flight plane. So yeah, they take passengers for a flight, do a few turns here and there, and then they'll be back. So yeah, so this is a. There we go. Let's listen to it. See if we can hear it take off. Piston aircraft. Wow. As far as I can go, guys, unless you want to look at this wall. We'll have to keep an eye out for him. He will be back. That was cool. Very cool. I've had a few little different movements here today compared to, you won't see one of those in Sydney, and if you do, I'll be very surprised. So yeah, no, it's cool to see. All right, what do we got next? So let's have a look at our next arrival. Keep you guys up to date So we've got VA 509 in from Sydney in about 20 minutes time. And then we've got Jetstar A320 from Adelaide, Melbourne. Air New Zealand is due in an hour. And let's have a look at our departures. So we've got a Jetstar A320 taking off in about 10-15 minutes time. Or is that it pushback now? Potentially that could be a pushback. Then we have Scoot Menting departing, but it is always late. Jetstar 508 departing at 8:20, so very soon as well. And in about, apparently it should have already departed, is Jetstar 12 off to Melbourne. So actually, one of the questions was before, let me just confirm that actually. We'll have to have a look. But yeah, if that is correct, this Jetstar 787 may be going to Melbourne. And if so, that is a domestic international flight. So what I was saying earlier to one of the viewers and questions was that, yeah, can you fly on a aircraft to Jetstar operate domestically? And I said that the 787 is occasionally on a domestic flight if it's operated on international flight number. So if that's the case, then there is the perfect example. All right, so this is Virgin. Yeah, it's off to Melbourne. All right, there you go. So this is Virgin. $508 potentially. Guys, I'm going to sneeze, so it's going to go mute for a sec. Oh, all right, I'm back. Oh dear. That's never good news. So for those at home, these are two black cockatoos. And black cockatoos mean one thing, and that's rain. If you ever see black cockatoos, expect to see rain. All right, anyway, back to some other aircraft or other birds, and that is Virgin 737 off to Sydney. Oh, we missed. He was coming in hot. hard and fast, as Nigel would say. And I was not prepared, but there we go. There we go, another successful parachuter deployment by Gold Coast Skydiving. Hey Annette, welcome. Not sure why, but I've lost.
Let's get another 17 lights. 17 lights, come on.
All right, guys. Yeah. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like button on the stream. What is the time? It's 8:30. Yeah. So don't forget to hit that like button. Let's try and get to 500 if we haven't already. That would be a pretty cool achievement for today. Not that we are all about achievements, but no, it would be cool. So yeah, guys, welcome. My name's Matt. I haven't introduced myself since the start of the screen. We've been going for 2 hours now. So my name's Matt, and welcome to the sunny, partly sunny Gold Coast, where, yeah, I am your host for today. I am taking you through to the last few hours. Well, not actually, that's a lie, not the last few hours. I'm taking you through on the last day of 2022 here at Gold Coast Airport, here with Sid Squad. It's been a pretty cool morning already. We've had a few normal departures and arrivals. We've had a few extra arrivals, such as a Westpac rescue helicopter. We've had the Yak takeoff. So we've had a few little different movements. And yeah, so welcome if this is your first time. And then we've got our normal Sid Squad team, which is Tim and Kurt down in Sydney. They provide you with the beautiful views of the Sydney skyline, the beautiful views from the tower, from the beach, the mound, while I'm up here on the Gold Coast looking after all of that. And so, yeah, but thank you for joining me today and allowing me to show you off the Gold Coast.
Matt Turner from Sunshine.
Morning, Matt from Matt on the Sunshine Coast. Well, hello, Matt. All right, we've hit 500 likes. Thank you for the update, Mark. Thanks, guys. Look, 500 likes is an amazing achievement. I think we've got how many people watching? 300 and something. So it's really nice of you guys to hit that. That like button, and yeah, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like what you see today. We'll be back. The boss has messaged me and said there's a good chance that he may be live tomorrow, weather depending. So fingers crossed, Sydney weather is going to look after you guys, and you can get a live stream, the first stream of 2023, live from Sydney Airport. Gold Coast has actually done you guys pretty well. We hit our, funny enough, we hit our, I think it was our 10,000th subscriber earlier this year. There was something else I can't remember. We had something else happen, and yeah, Gold Coast has served the stream pretty well. So we'll end up on a positive note today, and that's the Gold Coast. That's what I was going to show you guys. Not that I can show you much, but just to give you an idea of how close we are to the beach here at Gold Coast Airport. Where are we? So that building there, hopefully everyone's got their windows closed. That building there actually backs onto the to Belinga Beach, or Tugun's a bit further down. So Belinga Beach. Yeah. So anyone that lives there, they've got a lot of money. Not that there's an issue with that, but yeah, they've got a lot of money and living on a pretty cool lifestyle, just seconds away from going for a swim on the beach. And the reason we spoke about that is if you weren't here earlier, there is actually a house just there on the, let me see if I can, where are we? There we are. All right, so yeah, so that is for sale at the moment. So if you've got a spare, let's say $1 million, could be less. If it's less, how good? You've got better chances of saving some money if it's less than that. But yeah, you can buy that house on the corner there for sale at the moment. And if you do buy it, make sure you let us know so we can come stream live from your backyard.
Where's the DA?
I wish I could show you guys the Gold Coast skyline. There is actually a hotel over there known as the Ridges. I've reached out to those guys, but they they want me to pay them money to be able to stream live up on the top of their deck. So look, I'm not being stingy, but I just don't think it's necessary to pay when I can get it for free down here. So, but yes, unfortunately I can't show you the skyline. But Ridges, if you are watching, if you ever do watch, and you ever want us to promote you guys more than just a quick comment, feel free to reach out to us, because we're always happy to help local and support where need be. Mark, apparently that wasn't enough. That makes sense. Sorry, I've just clicked onto something. So I was wondering why the passengers that had their cancelled Melbourne flight last night, why they haven't used that aircraft, and they would have filled all their passengers on that 787 that's going to Melbourne today. That makes sense to me. I couldn't work it out. It was very weird. I couldn't work that out. But anyway, I'm onto it now. So yeah, we may not see that A321 depart today, unfortunately. Interesting. That might be staying longer than we expect.
Northwards.
Sorry guys, there's a Jetstar landing behind us, I didn't even know. Just got a spit of rain.
Cancel.
Right guys, I might just check the weather. It looks like it's going to rain. Now I know we've only checked it just recently, but you never know. The weather patterns always change. So let's have a look. All right, yeah, it looks like there is a little bit of rain there to the west of us at the moment. So fingers crossed that doesn't impact us too much. Look, if it does, don't worry, we won't be stopping. I'll just have to move the camera equipment a little bit. But no, we'll get around that, no problem whatsoever. We've also, hello doggy, we've got a doggy. We're currently operating on runway we've got 14 in operation at the moment, which is due to a southerly direction of the wind. And you can see that it's currently at 8 knots with gusts of 10 knots of wind, and it's currently looks like it's going to decrease now, which is good. It's currently 23.5 degrees, but feels like 24, and the humidity has gone down now to 78%. So that's not a bad decrease. We initially were at 90% when we first started streaming this morning, and now we're down to 78%, which is pretty good. Now I'm just plugging in my camera to charge, so if you hear some extra noises, don't fret. Hopefully that's still on. No? Okay. So we should be on power now. Yep, you guys can still see me. Let me know if the audio's okay, because I've just plugged the power in, so I'm not sure if that's changed anything.
Get rid of the weather.
So it will be interesting to see if we get wet, because that looks like it's picking up a little bit. But look, whether we get it or not, it doesn't really matter too much. All right, now we've got Virgin arriving from, I think it's a Virgin, from Sydney.
Back in there.
And that's why I call the 737 the workhorse of the aviation world. Landings like that are always going to be a lot stressful on the airframe, but that's why I love them so much. George A350 mate, stepping out. No worries, mate. We'll talk to you soon. Yeah. Oh, Kirsten Mills. Welcome, Kirsten. Where's my water?
Here.
Thirsty as.
So what you record there is 2 seconds delay.
All right, let's have a look. So within the next hour, we'll have the Air New Zealand arriving, A321neo. We should see the Jetstar 787 depart, along with the Scoot 787 departure as well. Just to give you guys a bit of a time frame of what I plan on doing, see how things go. I'll probably stick around here for another hour to an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes, and then I will probably leave you guys and love you guys. I actually have my in-laws here from Melbourne, so I we'll need to obviously give those guys some attention today as well, because they flew in last night, and but I wanted to make sure that I could go live with you guys one more time this year. There's been a lot of requests and a lot of support for this stream, the Gold Coast stream, which I'm extremely grateful for, that you guys actually want to see the Gold Coast here and there. I know it's not as busy as what Sydney is, but it's definitely, I definitely appreciate the fact that people want to see something different and give the support to the Gold Coast stream. So thank you so much. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not showing much of the airport at the moment, am I? Yeah, those clouds behind me are definitely carrying some rain, but I think we should be okay.
P8 pace, P8. Oh, nice. Oh. No, that's not mango. Oh, good. So yeah, Scoot's running a little bit late. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm ahead of myself. Let's have a look. I need to put more sunscreen on as well. Make sure you guys remind me. Yeah, Scoot was meant to depart at 8:20. Oh, here comes that yak, guys. Let's see what we can get here. There he is. I hope you guys heard that pretty well. It sounds amazing. I don't know if you could hear the little spits by the engine there, but no, they're a good sounding aircraft. The old radial engine. So you could hear the crackle, Mark. Ah, very good. Sam Town, 2002. Are you going to be at the Gold Coast Air Show? Yeah, I'll be there. We probably won't be live. I don't think we'll be live. I don't know if we can be live. But there's nothing stopping us from going live here if the aircraft are going to be based here at Gold Coast Airport. But I don't know if we'll be able to go live at the actual the air show. But look, we'll see what comes from it. But yes, it would be very cool if a majority of the aircraft are being based here, but we will see what comes along. Looking forward to it, Christopher. The Qantas Retro Route 2 came in last night. Okay, there you go.
Give them an update. The wind's blowing more.
All right, guys, in 34 minutes, if you're into a bit of an older generation aircraft, we've got a Qantas 717 landing from Sydney in about 34 minutes. So it's good to see some old school Boeings. If you're into the Mad Dogs, even though it's not really one, but yes. All right, guys, I'm just putting some sunscreen on, so bear with me. So important to put sunscreen on here in Australia. As I mentioned earlier, the sun here is it is brutal. I spent 3 weeks in Italy and rarely applied sunscreen and didn't get burnt except for one day. And that was probably the day I put sunscreen on, believe it or not. But here on the Gold Coast, especially, if you don't put sunscreen on, you will be a lobster by the end of the day. And it's so interesting. You get to you'll know who the tourists are on the Gold Coast because you'll see them walking around like lobsters. Ben Prince, yeah, no, there's cloud, mate. There's a bit of view for you. Stunning. So yeah, if you ever come to Australia, Gold Coast especially, I'm just walking in front of the camera, make sure you put your sunscreen on. Right, that wind has come up, which is cooling things down, which is actually quite nice. But that will be from the rain to the right of us, which is to the west. So guys, yeah, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat about Gold Coast Airport. I'll try and answer what I can. You know, I like to educate everyone where I can on this airport, and if you're unsure about something or you've got a question, no question is stupid. It's just easy to answer. And don't be afraid. There should be no judgment of what your questions are.
It's going the other way. Bring it up a bit.
All right, Ben Burns, what is the largest aircraft that can land and take off out of Gold Coast Airport? Yeah, good question. So look, it depends how you want to look at it. So I can tell you the largest aircraft we've had taken off here is a Boeing 747-400 with passengers, but it was only flying to Brisbane. So obviously they had a much smaller payload, much smaller amount of fuel and things like that. But to fly, I guess, on a larger scale, say with to an overseas destination, you'd be looking at, say, a 777-300ER, and that's probably the max. So you wouldn't, like that would probably just go to Asia. You wouldn't be able to fly anywhere further than that. The payload just wouldn't allow you. But yeah, so the biggest aircraft we've had take off here is the 747-400, but it was a very light payload. With a heavy payload, we'd probably be looking at 777-300, 777-300ER off to Asia, or potentially maybe Hawaii. You wouldn't see one fly to LA or anything like that. And obviously we've got the Jetstar 787 departing. Question from Blick Fang. So the summer's longer and hotter in the southern hemisphere. Depends. I was in the northern hemisphere earlier this year and it was boiling hot immediately. It was 40 degrees. The days are probably longer in the northern hemisphere depending where you are. For example, the Gold Coast, our sunset is at 6:30 and our sunrise is at 4:30. But if you go to Melbourne, for example, their sunrise is around 6 and their sunset is around 9 to 9:30. So, you get much longer the further you go down. But like for example, in the UK, you have a 4 a.m. start and a 10 p.m. So it's similar, I guess. But yeah, it does get quite hot. Our summer this year's actually been quite weird. It hasn't been that hot. Potentially expecting it to get hotter, but yeah, for our first month of summer, it's been actually quite a cool summer. I think we had our coolest
December on record at the start of the month. So yeah, look, it's just weird. We've had a lot of rain this year as well. I don't know if that plays an impact. I've got a rain gauge at home, and we've had over 2,100 millimetres of rain this year. I actually have to get the final figure today, obviously being the last day of the year. But 2,100 is a huge amount of rain. You know, in January, February this year, going on to March, we had really bad floods down south. A lot of people lost their homes. Brisbane had floods as well. So yeah, it's been a very, very weird year answering the question with weather. No, correct. We don't have what do you call it? Daylight savings. I wish we did. Queensland doesn't have daylight savings. New South Wales do. So okay, here you go. While we wait for that Jetstar. So that Jetstar that you can see right now, that's technically New South Wales. So technically, it is 9:58 p.m. for those people. But these people over here, it's only 8:58 a.m. Because the border of New South Wales and Queensland is run through that. For some unknown reason, Queensland decide that they don't want daylight savings down here, but New South Wales do. So even though the sun's been shared, it's an hour later over there, it's an hour less here, but we still get the same amount of sun. So look, don't know why they haven't changed anything, but yeah. So we don't have daylight savings here in Queensland. But if I go down the end of the other runway, it'll be New South Wales. Yeah, Mark. Fades the curtains and the cows come in late, apparently. Yeah, that extra hour of sunlight will definitely fade those curtains, right? Anyway, let's get back onto planes. So we've got our Jetstar 787 VKH, I believe it is. I'd have to check. I'm just taking a stab in the dark here. Yeah, VKH. And that is Jetstar 12. So that initially came in from Tokyo this morning. It's done a drop off to all the visitors that are coming to the Gold Coast. And then we've then got, it's going off to Melbourne. With all those passengers that probably missed their flight yesterday. While we wait for Scott, while we wait for the Jetstar, Scott B, $2 super chat. Happy New Year, everyone. Scotty, thanks, mate, for your contribution to the Sid Squad. I can promise you that will go to keeping this stream happening. Now, there was another question I saw in here while we wait. Did the 777 where was it? Land at Gold Coast Airport on a service once. Yeah, so we actually had the 777 come in here on 2 separate occasions being operated by an airline. So we had Scoot back in the day when they had the 777-200s, and also Jin Air, J-I-N Air. I never actually got to get a photo of them in here, but they operated the 777 as well. But yeah, Scoot was our original 777 operator here on the Gold Coast. We also used to have another airline called, what was it?
I'll have to find out, but they operated the A310 here, and that was only about 10, 12 years ago. I'll have to find out, unless someone knows in the chat, want to chuck it in there, but I forget what it was called. But yeah, they operated the A310 here at Gold Coast Airport, which is a pretty cool option for plane spotters. Oh, someone in the chat will know. If John and Annette are still there, they'll know.
I had it saying tiger.
No, it wasn't Tiger. It will come. Someone will remember. If not, I will find out. Pacific Air, Pacific Flyer, maybe. Pacific Flyer, maybe Pacific Flyer. Geez, they're quiet, aren't they, compared to these 7.3s and oh. If only we had smell-o-vision, eh? You'd be able to smell all these beautiful aircraft and their aviation fuel. So we're just waiting on this Virgin to depart, so he's just waiting for clearance from tower. Obviously needs the separation from turbulence and jet wash and all of that before he can depart, which is now. Wind has really picked up here. I'm sure you'll be able to hear that in the mic. right, let's have a look in the chat, shall we?
Is that New Zealand?
You might see a kid going around on his little thing. What do you want to call it? A little motorbike. All right, let's have a look. Sorry, guys, I'm just keeping up on the. I saw something about tweed heads in there.
Oh, I missed that.
If you need tweed, at least you get an extra. Yeah, that's correct, Mark. Yeah, well, my parents live in Tweed actually, so now let's go here. Oh, we've already had that one, Scott. Brian Bruce sharing some love this morning. Gifting 5 Sid Squad memberships. Brian, mate, thank you so much. That is such an, an amazing, what do you want to call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Contribution and in gifting. So we've got Merigen, we've got Alison Bowers, we've got A Green, Adam C, the board pilot. Guys, welcome to the Sid Squad member, frequent flyers club. All thanks to our mate Brian Bruce this morning. Mate, thank you so much. You are truly a amazing support to our channel. And then our mate Brad, Mr. Buckland. Hello, mate. Welcome. Happy New Year, Brad. Love how it's a family affair when you stream, Matt. The comments from your mum in the background are awesome with a $5 super chat. Yes. So, yes, those voices you can hear in the background are my mother. She likes to come out and enjoy the stream with us. She's actually holding the umbrella for me at the moment, so it's good to have a bit of support on hand. And I'll make sure that $5 goes to her hourly pay, mate. So. Yeah, I'll make sure that goes to her. But no, Brad, thank you so much. Hope you had a great Christmas, mate. And as always, thank you for your continued support of Sid Squad. You do such an amazing job for us as a mod. And yeah, no, we really appreciate you and all the other mods as well. And obviously all our viewers, but to the mod squad. The mod squad, there you go. I don't know if we've called you that before, but you're now the mod squad. But Brad, thank you so much. All right, so our next arrival is VA 731 from Melbourne, YQG. Then we have YQV. I've never really noticed that before, but there you go. So Virgin have YQG and Qantas have YQV. Okay, interesting. And then we have VQK coming in as well from Sydney. We have old mate flying past us. Technically, he shouldn't be here, but I'm not going to stop him. So we've got VH-MXQ is due to depart, but I don't know what that is. Let's have a look. MXQ. Ah, interesting. We've got MXQ, which is a Embraer Phenom, Embraer 500 Phenom, due to depart maybe during our stream as well, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Lady with a dog.
Ian soaking up, yeah, mate. It's definitely cooking. Right, here comes our Virgin. So we'll get its arrival. YQG, then YQV. We'll get NND. Oh, mate's enjoying his bike. Yeah. So we've got an A321 Neo due in 8 minutes. But first, we have our Virgin 737 from Melbourne. Obviously, that was his Christmas present, that bike. This one might get a bit of crosswind, I reckon. Tad amount of crabbing. I don't know if you guys can hear that voice here. I really wish you could, but it's such an awesome sound. All right, so that was Virgin 731 from Melbourne. Our next arrival is New Zealand 187 from Auckland, A321. Then we have our 717 from Sydney, and then our Jetstar from Sydney, and then another 737 from Sydney. We also have our X-Ray Delta Victor, which is a Beechcraft King Air, which will be arriving as well. And then we also have our Scoot, aka Mango Pancake, departing as well. So we've got a bit of action now, guys. So, you know, for those who have stuck around and enjoyed it, here comes the rush. So this is this is normal. I think my last stream I did was around this time to get the morning rush, but I just wanted to get these heavy arrivals this morning for you guys because we only get two heavies in the day at the moment, and I really wanted to make sure we got those arrivals for you guys and the departures.
Guys, don't forget to hit that mango pancake emojis in the chat. We've got them there. Just because we're not in Sydney doesn't mean we can't use those emojis. So, you know, hit that mango pancake emojis. Now you can really smell the tyre smoke now. That is a direct sound coming directly to us.
See, here's Melbourne.
So we'll get this Air New Zealand A321 arrival first. I'm just seeing if I can locate him. Her. Must be behind the clouds. All right, spotted. All right, so at the moment what she's doing is a left turn over Burleigh Heads pretty much. So yeah, so anyone that's on the left side of the aircraft will now get an amazing view of the beach line, and anyone on the right hand side will get an amazing view of the beach line as well as the Surfers Paradise skyline. So yeah, so pretty much over Burleigh now. And as she comes around, she will now enter over Palm Beach and over the Trugan Hill area. So yeah, pretty much now anyone on the left-hand side will get a very low view of the beach, and then anyone on the right-hand side will get the hinterland, which is the mountains that are behind us. So yeah, no matter which side of the aircraft you're on a 1-4 arrival or 3-2 arrival, you get some amazing views on the Gold Coast. So this is Air New Zealand A321 Neo arriving from Auckland on runway 14 here at Gold Coast Airport this morning on Sid Squad. Nice amount of crabbing. So you also got to remember here, guys, that this arrival, or these arrivals are not ILS. They're actually all hand controlled by the aircraft. There may be some aircraft support, but yeah, their guidance in here is all done manually, as it's a VOR approach, not an ILS approach. Hopefully you guys heard that one. Hopefully you heard that. Here comes our 717 YQV, I think it was, from Sydney. So yeah, so just interesting. So we do have ILS here at Gold Coast Airport. It's only on runway 14, which is what the runway's in operation at the moment. But they only ever use 14 in adverse weather where they can't land themselves on a VOR approach. It's so hard to see. I've got the sun glaring, so I hope you guys can see the 71. Yeah. Strong winds. Such a sad sight to see them go. And they're replaced with the A321. No, sorry, try it again. A220 later in next year, I think it is, or maybe 2024. I can't remember. Anyway, here is Scoot Mango Pancake. Now, I'm not sure if she will depart before our next arrival, or if we will get another arrival before her departure. Yeah, it's looking like we'll get another departure. Sorry, another arrival first, and then her departure. But here she is, Mango Pancake, ladies and gentlemen. Scoot off to Singapore very soon. Our second heavy departure for the day. Our second and only, well, I shouldn't say only, our second and last departure for the day. Differences between this 787 and the Jetstar we saw before. They run the GE engines on the Jetstar, whereas Scoot run the rollers, the Rolls-Royce. So I think the rollers sound a lot nicer. The GE sound good, but I don't know. There's just something special about these Rolls-Royce and the way in which they spin. And here comes our Jetstar, so we'll pan round to the Jetstar and let our Scoot sit there for a minute and ponder on her upcoming flight. it looks like we've got Oscar India Hotel ready for its next batch of parachuters today. Alright guys, in the emojis, oh sorry, in the chat box, let's see all those mango pancake emojis again. Here we go, Scooter is the call sign, Scooter 7 I think, off to Singapore. Not many airports in the world where you have a 787 and then lined up behind that is the Piper. You know, that was pretty cool. I just took a moment just to appreciate, like, on this live stream, you know, it's all well and good, but majority of the time people don't realise, but we're looking through a, you know, through a 2-inch screen, maybe a bit bigger depending on your camera, and just why it sat there and we waited. It was just cool just to look outside the screen for a minute and enjoy just how massive these aircraft are, and you know, just how awesome and they are. So that was definitely a cool moment. That was definitely a special thing to do. All right, so now we've got a Virgin 737. I think it's a Virgin. Might do a weather check after this.
11 knots at the moment. Oh, here comes that Embraer 500 as well. So we've got a bit of movement now, guys. Look, and that's it. You know, for those who have stuck around and enjoyed it, we've had a lot of movement for Gold Coast Airport, and we've got a little bit more to come yet. So we'll give ourselves another, I'd say, half an hour before we call things up here for 2022 here on Sid Squad. But for now, let's enjoy this 737 arrival. Safe to say that is planted on the ground. All right, so that was our Virgin. Now we've got Oscar India Hotel. Where are you, little one? There we are. So this is Gold Coast Skydive, taking some more parachuters up. So we'll see Oscar India Hotel in a little bit. And then our next arrival will be a King Air XDV, which is from, I believe, Lord Howe Island. It'll be alright, just leave it. It'll be alright. Sorry guys, I'm getting my other camera ready. I want to take a photo of this business jet, this Phantom. So Merigen, if I hope I said your name right, that is actually off to it's off to drop off some parachuters, and then it will then land back here. All right, 737 Virgin taking off. Got a Jetstar behind it. This little business jet I was talking about. right, so we've got that King Air coming in now. No, I think it's MQX. I just want to get a photo of this plane, guys, so I'm just going to zoom out for a second. So this is Mike Quebec X-Ray. No idea where it's off to. I think it's off to Bankstown, actually. Off to Mackay, okay, righto. Shame you won't see the Jetstar Neo depart. I'm yet to actually get a photo of one. Jetstar 435 heading to Melbourne. This is VWN, for anyone keeping a rego tally at home.
he'll just be waiting for clearance. Oh, he's already got it. I wonder if those passengers are the ones that have missed the flight from last night. Just a water bottle. All right, I think I might just do a quick weather check because the wind's really picked up. Ah, my head's getting stuck on the umbrella. All right, so we're currently at Operation Runway 14, as we have been all day. You can see that the wind has dramatically picked up. You can see where it was quite low, and then it's just jumped up, and it seems to be going higher, and it's getting close to what was expected today of those southerly winds. So the wind is currently at 14 knots, but with 17 knot gust of wind, which is causing a little bit of grief with our umbrella, but thankfully my mummy is holding on to it really well, so she's doing her job quite well. So yeah, 26 degrees, and it is feels like 24, and yeah, humidity's now gone to down to 65%. So yeah, like I said earlier today, we're at 90%. And now we're at 65% humidity. So it's definitely cooled down a little bit. It's gotten a bit hotter, but the humidity's dropped, which is making it a bit more enjoyable out here today. So yeah, and the wind is at an east-southeast, currently at 14 knots. And then a little bit of rain out there to the west again, but nothing that is going to bother us in the next 15 to 20 minutes. India Hotel is just above us at the moment. I won't be able to get her on the stream, but she will be dropping off the parachuters, and then we'll come in for a pretty late turn into the approach at Gold Coast Airport. So yeah, she's just above us at the moment. I can hear her. So just to give you guys a state of play for the next 20 minutes, what we are expecting is the Rex, which is due in 15 minutes. Actually, according to the 6 minutes. And then in 15 minutes time, we've got Virgin 733 from Melbourne, and that will be it. That will be it for today. I have my in-laws here, arrived last night, so I better go spend some time with those guys today. They were meant to be here for Christmas, but unfortunately one of them was sick with COVID, so we've had to push back the holiday a little bit, or their holiday, but they're here. So yeah, I'll go spend some time with those guys. And yeah, so while we wait for that Rex, if you've just joined us, I'll just introduce myself. My name's Matt. You've got Tim and Kurt down in Sydney, along with Nigel and Mad Dog Tim, and so we should be live potentially tomorrow, if not maybe Monday. But if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell, and that will give you the most up-to-date information as to when we will be going live. And also don't forget to hit that like button as well. That helps support the channel. And if you would like to help us out in other ways, we do have the Flyers Club, which is a monthly membership of starting from, I think it's $1.99 per month. Obviously there is no need to do that if you don't want to, but it helps us with continuing our streams, obviously, because our streams do cost us a little money with equipment, and also ensuring that we have a stable internet connection for you guys here and there. But we enjoy what we do, so just having you guys here and the support and in the chat, that's more than enough as well. Here he is, Mr. John Gibson. Johnny, oi, mate, welcome. Thank you for joining us. The last stream of 2023 here at Gold Coast Airport, mate. Thank you for your ongoing support with your business class for the last 11 months. Nearly at 12 months, mate. Nearly a year, wow. Time flies. Well, look, mate, thank you so much, John. Good to see you here, mate. You're an absolute legend. Now, I hope I say this right, and I apologise if I don't. My name is Sour. Well, I pronounced that pretty good. Sior, maybe Sior, Sour. Can't seem to remember if RQC is the orange title or the blue title. Happy New Year's. See you next year, Matt, with a $5 super chat. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, great question. I've got a feeling it will be, I don't know, I think it's blue. I think RQC is blue. Could be wrong though. But yeah, we will soon find out. But thank you. My name is Sour for your $5 super chat. And James Higginbotham, thanks for the stream, man, with a $2 pound. Let's try that again. A £2 super chat. Well, thank you there. Thank you there, James. I appreciate the kind super chat and donation there. I hope you've enjoyed the Gold Coast. It's not as busy as Sydney, as I keep saying, but we make up with it with a few little other things, such as, I guess, little arrivals, parachuters, which we can get. Kids on motorbikes, winds, dogs, flies attacking you, bugs from those bugs earlier today. If you've only just joined, have a look at the start of the stream later on when we finish up, and have a look at what we've dealt with today. I've eaten bugs. I've been attacked by bugs. I've nearly walked in dog crap. I've seen the parachuters. The bugs are all gone. The sun's out. I've had a bit of rain. The elements have been here, but you know what? Having you guys here and the support and the chat is all that matters. So thank you to all. And not to forget our technical issues with my laptop. I'm only down to one microphone today. I should be on 3 with the ATC. Here is Oscar India Hotel for its last arrival today. On stream, anyway. Oh, there he is. Oh, these flies now. All right, let's find out. Is this going to be orange titles or blue titles? So guys, we're looking at the front of the fuselage up the top, and it'll say the country is our heart or something. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, have a look. Let's see if we can see if it's blue or orange. Blue to me. Sorry about the dodgy camera work there, guys. So there we go, 700 likes. Thanks, guys. That's amazing. That's huge, actually. Thank you so much. I think that's the most likes we've actually had on this stream here on the Gold Coast, and that means a lot, actually, because it's such a small stream and there's not a lot happening. But that's great. Thank you so much. Guys, let's have a look. I believe this is going to be our last arrival for 2023 on Sid Squad today, unless something catches us by surprise. And it's quite fitting that it's a Virgin 737. Virgin plays a very important part within Tim's life and my life, and so yeah, I've got a lot of friends that work for the airline, and Tim obviously used to work for Virgin. Quite fitting to finish off our 2023 stream with a Virgin 737 from Melbourne. So there's a lot of people out there wishing me and the team a happy new year. Well, look, thank you guys. There's so many been out there today. I really appreciate it. Obviously, we haven't acknowledged too many of them, but as a group, thank you so much. It's been an amazing, amazing year, 2022. But yeah, Happy New Year to you all as well. All right, guys, let's enjoy this one.
VH what? Was it your girl?
No. Hayden Appleyard, mate, you're back. Welcome back. With a $2 super chat. Hi Matt, wish your mum a happy new year from me. Well, Hayden, thank you so much. She's right here, so she's heard it, and I'm sure she returns those comments. So, mate, Hayden, thank you so much, mate, and thank you for the chat. All right, look, guys, we're going to end up. I'm going to go on camera. I do this at the end of every stream, but I really want to just say thanks. Hold on, where are we? You probably won't. I don't know if you can see me enough. Yeah, you can. There we go. All right, guys. Look, I just want to say from all of us, Tim, Kurt, Nigel, Mad Dog, Tim, and myself. Look, thank you for 2022. It's been an awesome year with us streaming. Obviously, we've gained so many of you following us and subscribing, and I think it's a testament to you guys that you keep coming back, and it it makes us wanting to keep coming back as well. So thank you so much. 2023, look, who knows what it's going to hold. I'm excited. I know there's stuff in the background, and yeah, look, let's see what happens. We've got some stuff that we did in 2021 that I want to bring back in the form of fundraising for particular communities and things like that. Also, I want to touch on one thing, and it's kind of a bit off script, but I just want to say, look, guys, we're all one community. We're all one aviation community. And I know there's a bit of angst between different channels and different communities and all of that, but we've got to remember aviation is one community. There's no point in trying to be better than the other one. There's no point trying not to help out other communities. We're all in it together. Let's be kind to each other in 2023. Let's all work together in 2023 to make the aviation community back to where it was a few years ago. And that's all of us working together and enjoying what we are here for. That's a bit off script. It's a bit controversial maybe, but I just want to say that because this year's been a little bit different with the aviation scene, and I just don't think it's worth it. We're all here. We're all here to love aircraft. We're all here to love airplanes. And look, I just wanted to touch base on that. But yeah, look, it's been great. I've had such an amazing year. I'll be back soon. Kurt will be back soon. Tim will be back potentially tomorrow. But Sid Squad's going nowhere. We're going to get bigger and better for 2023. So look, thank you to the Sid Squad team. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to everyone that's become a member, a subscriber, donated super chats, donated super or to gifted memberships. You guys make our channel and what we are. It's not us, it's you guys. So thank you so much on behalf of all of us at Sid Squad. And look, Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2023, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. So until then, look after yourselves. And like I said, be kind to everyone. We're all in this together, and we're one community. Thank you all. And Swan Fan in with one last one, mate. I can't miss out on that. Hold on, sorry. Wishing everyone a very happy and safe new year. All the very best to everyone with a $5 super chat. Swans Fan, thank you so much, mate. You're absolutely amazing. Look, we'll see you guys very soon. So, yeah, once again, happy new year all, and won't be too long till we'll be back. Until then, peace.